I guess my pop-up blocker wasn't allowing me to join, so I had to disable it to get in this damn thing.
Well, that makes perfect sense.
Technology.
Oh, pop-up blockers, why you just...
It's a bitch.
Yeah.
Hey man, sorry about Ohio not winning the NBA Finals. I'm not sure if you're a fan of them.
I don't really care for basketball. I don't even care. I don't even like LeBron that much anyway, so it didn't really faze me at all.
Thank
I
fucking.
mean, we already got a championship. We don't need any more.
Well, thank fucking God.
It seems like we all love sport.
The only sports I care about are racing and college football. That's
You're gonna see Money in the Bank?
or if you count pro wrestling. Then.
Are you gonna see Money in the?
I'm hoping I can watch Money in the Bank. I'm hoping I can if I can get off work early enough. But knowing how my day's going to be on Sunday, probably not. So I have to try and watch on my phone for the first hour or two.
Man, it's in Chicago, so it's even crazier.
Yeah. The second year in a row they've been to Chicago for that pay-per-view.
Yeah, especially after Saturday's fight. Wasn't all that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gonna be surprised if we get CM Punk chance. Hooray!
No, or probably will. Every time we go to Chicago, they do CM Punk chants.
And even at the slightest inconvenience.
Yeah.
And that pisses me off!
Finally, this thing's working.
But how is everyone?
Good?
Yeah, I was glad I got the house to myself for once, so that means I can yell! Yes!
Hey man! Why did you remove your rant on Dave Meltzer? I mean, come on! It's everything you said was true.
I thought I went too overboard with it, so I just wanted to do something else short, sweet, to the point on my Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Where all I did was just put a picture of him and put the line from Fear Factory Cyberware where Burton's going, "Fuck you." I mean, the short, sweet, to the point. That's all I gotta say about Meltzer is fuck him.
Yeah. I was like, shit, he's doing a pipe bomb.
Oh, yeah. I've done many in my life. And it ain't gonna be the last.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, at least everything's working again. See if Arthur can join in a bit, I hope.
Yeah.
So how was life? What's...
It's been alright.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that I've just been in a commercial making mood the last couple of days.
You should
some of the stupidest yet funniest commercials I've ever made or seen.
Mm-hmm. You should do one for I don't know. I'm trying to think. Have you done a NASCAR one?
No, not yet. What the hell is this? Are you fucking shitting me? I just uploaded please, fair enough. I was uploading an episode of a new series I'm planning on doing, and they just got copyright notice, and it's a NASCAR game. What the hell?
YouTube.
I guess I might as well redo that. I might as well redo that fucking session
Oh yeah.
later today, anyways.
It's fucking YouTube. What do you expect?
Yeah, but the stupid thing of it is that I put a song in the background and I have the volume like so damn low you can barely hear the song, and yet they picked up on it this time. Are you shitting me? I don't understand this sometimes. I really don't.
Yeah.
I have the volume on the song in the background so low, the only way you can hear it is if you turn it all the way up. But apparently YouTube finally caught wind of what I've been doing, and now they're buckling down on my ass. Not the first time, and it probably won't be the last.
So Hannah, you were telling me about that you were gonna see a Magna Carta again for the what, third time, fourth time?
Third, fourth, and fifth. Usually I don't travel hundreds and hundreds of kilometers to see a band several times, but with this band I just have to do it. I mean, they're kind of the exception, and I already flew to London to see them, but now I'm in Germany, so I have to see them.
Yeah. Hey!
Hello!
Hey man.
Sorry, I'm late. I was out.
It's alright, we had a trouble with Levi. He couldn't actually like do this camera. Something was up with his camera.
I got word of the chat, so don't worry about it.
And it's alright. Hannah.
Have you been there long?
No, we just started. Hannah's gonna see Magna Carta again.
Then we get started with World Cup news. First game already done.
Yep.
Russia beats Saudi Arabia 4-0.
It would have been cool if oh, I just thought of this. Imagine the Rammstein in the German-Mexico game. They sing Du hast and they sing Te quiero puta. No. I'll be like...
I want to see that, and I would watch the
He might see it himself.
I just deflated. Oh, my back. It's a tight space with this table right here.
Oh,
Especially for my big belly.
Hey Rick, I think we got a Senor Benjamin. I mean, Brother Nero and a
yeah. So I'll make.
I must be taken.
So what will we make Hannah? Will she be
Hey, come on, we have to get our jokes somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Oh God.
Ow. I about knocked my guitar over when I was going delete.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
Anyway, classify yourself as obsolete. Almost forgot that.
Oh God, or like when Chris Hero sang, he's like, fade away and classify myself as obsolete.
Like I said, we have a woken universe right here.
Yes, we
Yeah. Or the Fireflies, or what's the new one? The Woken Warriors.
do. Yeah, I'm trying to.
As someone tried to say the woken lovers.
This is stupid to do.
Woken lovers.
Woken Warrior right here.
There you go.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I was a bit late. So I apologize for it. But yeah, I'm here now.
Oh, with Ghost, they announced another tour, another U.S. tour,
Sorry.
and they're coming to Austin. So that one,
tour named Death.
I'll probably go to that one in Austin.
Who? Artur?
Ghost.
Ah.
Yeah.
And I think they already have a European tour, and still Portugal is out of the list so far.
They are only doing a festival tour so far, but no headliner tour yet.
Not yet. Hopefully.
Yet, hopefully.
Oh, and,
Yeah, I think they said they want to do a headliner tour somewhere in the spring or early spring next year.
Damn.
Thankfully, I went a bit to one of my record stores here. I got a few jams, including one of the more underrated albums of Judas Priest's career,
Jugulator.
And even I went there and I got my ticket for September's Primordial show.
Nice.
Great.
Yeah. And Mushroom Head.
We don't have that many bands that come here.
Yeah. Because remember Mushroom Head, everyone? Mushroom Head? Well, they're coming to my town. They just announced it. I'm like...
I haven't heard Mushroom Head in years. I know who they are, but I haven't heard
They're...
Mushroom Head
Well,
in years.
just imagine Slipknot, but 2.0. Basically.
Yeah, and I heard all that debacle between Slipknot and Mushroom Head, that they were the first doing the masks, the other weren't.
It's crazy.
It's a big mess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mushroom Head, one of the few metal bands to come out of my state of Ohio.
Well, there you go. Proud and joy.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, but the problem is there are two other bands from the state that are better. It's Skeleton Witch and Necrophagia.
Okay.
I've heard Necrophagia.
Yeah.
But
And the
still,
problem is most Ohio bands come from either Cleveland or Cincinnati, never anywhere close to me.
Oh, yeah? It's not like Hannah. I mean, she's got everything.
Yeah, and the only musician that's like big right now that comes from my county is the guitarist in Skillet.
What's his name?
He's actually from I think it's like Seth Morrison is his name, and he lives in Wheelersburg, which is like 15 miles away from my house.
Mm-hmm.
And Arthur just disappeared.
Yeah. Technical difficulties.
I think he deleted himself.
He became obsolete.
It's like his Facebook was like, "No, you are an insignificant little bug. You are deleted."
Hannah must be like, what are you guys talking about? Obsolete, delete.
No.
For those who don't understand wrestling, they won't ever get it.
Yeah, no.
I used to watch it. I understand it a bit, but it's been a long time.
I mean, I
think I-
haven't been able to watch a whole episode of Raw or SmackDown until this week because of work, but the only good things I see on WWE television nowadays are Braun Strowman, Matt Hardy, and AJ Styles, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
And
Other than that,
and Rollins. So Rollins has been. Come on, Rollins has been.
Rollins and Miz, I forgot about them.
But for fuck's.
I think I stopped watching in 2013 or something like that.
Yeah. Probably
It's been a while.
before Punk left.
Yeah, because Punk left in 2014.
Yeah, not after Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
But hey, at least that civil case with Chris Amon, the doctor, is finally done.
You know. So it's gonna be a long while before Punk comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it many, many times to my friends who watch wrestling. I always say, hey, there have been people in the business that have done worse shit to Vince, or Vince has done worse shit to someone else than what happened to Punk. Someday Punk will come back. Maybe not to wrestle, but to go into the Hall of Fame. And Archer's back. It's wonderful!
Oh.
Oh boy.
We were thought you were obsolete or something.
Nah.
Nah, I was in my phone camera, and it certainly had to go update. So,
Ah.
but
You tell me. Right when I turned my computer on, it had.
here's one thing. I heard about a bit of the WWE Hall of Fame. Why the fuck Motorhead is not there yet?
And maybe someday they will.
I thought they should have. They should have. They should have added
added
Lemmy the day he died into the Hall of Fame in 2016 as a celebrity wing, and have Triple H induct him.
Yeah.
And then having Nikki, Phil go there and accept the award.
Yeah, or at least his son.
That would have been great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, but wrestling is always been the same shit. I usually listen to these a bit of a YouTube English channel called the Cultaholic, and they have this guy that
Yeah.
I mean
Cultaholic.
the Roman Reigns stuff, especially when he goes dog. I mean, it's just crazy.
Ross, or as he was used to be known.
Yeah.
King
Ross!
Exactly.
The basis for why I started doing the King Fat gimmick on my channel.
Oh, but come on, now he goes dog. go crazy.
But we can all agree.
Enough about
We can all agree.
Fucking run away.
Reigns. Thumbs down on Reigns.
Yeah, but let's not talk more about wrestling because Anna Klein has been feeling a bit.
Yeah, she's.
But that's okay.
About whatever you want.
Yeah, but that's okay. I mean, this is for all of us. We don't want anyone feeling left out.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, but not to a certain extent. Now the focus here in Portugal tomorrow is going to be the football match against Spain, and it's a doozy one.
Yeah. I don't know if
I don't watch soccer.
I don't know if I should go for Spain in a way, because they're like, in a way, distant cousin. They're like, way distant cousins of mine.
Okay, I guess we'll fuck off then.
No, we've been in connection to what I usually do. I mean, I usually talk about, I work in tourism, so I always have to teach about history to everyone that comes here. And historically speaking, let's just say that Portugal and Spain,
Don't like each
for
other.
centuries, they hated each other. Nowadays, we get along a whole lot better, but the resentment is still there. But now, keep it to the football, or soccer as you want to call it. And I'm sorry to say this, Levi, but the Cleveland Cavaliers just got deleted.
Oh, really?
No, but it looks like a Triple H crown.
At all?
Yeah. Exactly. The end is nigh. The end is nigh. Fucking run away. The end is nigh.
Where's my fat septum? Oh, I'm not putting it. It's all over there.
Nah, that's okay.
But I was gonna say, I said earlier about the Cavaliers, I don't give two flying fucks what happens in basketball, so I didn't care if they won or lost. We already got a championship. I say we don't really need it anymore.
Jesus, but getting swept in 4? Sheesh. I thought that he was going to get a whole better fight, but then again,
They would have gone at least 3-2 at least, and then the 6th game, I don't know. They just.
yeah, but that's okay. I mean,
Yes, I guess Golden State was just the better team this year. Yay.
and now supposedly LeBron is going to leave again.
Again.
Exactly.
He probably wants to go take his talents to South Beach again.
And loses again. Comes
Yeah,
back
the
to
rumor-
Ohio.
The rumor mill is 3 towns: Philly, Houston, and LA.
We don't want them in Houston.
Huh.
We don't want them in Houston. You can have it wherever you want. We don't want them near Texas. We're doing fine as we are.
With the beard?
Nope. We don't want him.
Not the beard?
Nope.
James Harden?
Nothing. We don't want him.
Oh, yeah, but a triumph for Hannah Klein, one of the best European NBA players of all time, Dirk Nowitzki. It's true. Yeah, but Levi, we were talking a few days ago about the dry run, and speaking of the Lords of Chaos movie that they're going to do, it's going to be directed by Artur's former drummer
Jonas Ackerlund.
Or
Lensberger.
McBurger.
But we discussed it on the dry run a few days ago that there's not going to be any mayhem. There's not going to be any Dark Throne, no Emperor, no Birdsum, nothing. And they're going to put all of these indie guys, indie actors, to play Dead, Euronymous, Uncle Varg, Dark Throne. I don't know if they're going to play Quorthon, but hopefully not. It's going to be a shit.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious about that movie to see how it turns out, but yeah.
Let's just say that the question.
Expectations.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Especially with the recent Hollywood debacle movies that have been, not to mention the whole SJW Star Wars movies.
It seems like the only movies that seemingly unite people is Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
Avengers.
Not me.
He's a DC guy.
No, but easy. I'm a DC guy, but I respect Marvel stuff. And I also watch Deadpool. So.
I mean, Deadpool is divine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right up Main Street, as he says. But yeah, I mean, although the Marvel comics haven't been doing any good lately. But
That's from what I hear, at least.
yeah, but like I said, although here's one thing that I hear that I've heard about E3, and it hasn't been wrestling related. The New Day versus Kenny Omega and the Bucks.
Oh,
Street Fighter
yeah.
tournament.
I heard about that too.
That's probably the only time WWE is gonna mention Kenny Omega.
Elite.
It'll be the only time.
Elite.
Oh, that damn song, the Elite song.
Hey,
Once
come
I
on.
heard that, I couldn't get it out of my head for like 2 days. Especially the part where Super Kick Party.
Makes me wanna dance. Like, let's get this party started right.
Nah. Don't overdo it.
Yeah.
But
Because if you overdo it, it's going to be in my brain for another 2 days.
yeah.
And then after this is over, I want to go and listen to the song again, and I don't want to.
Well, then speaking of which, festival season is starting here in Portugal. Is starting in Germany. I mean, all the major festivals.
Next
Although
week.
the first one here in Portugal, which is going to be in more or less 1 week, it's the Portuguese version of Rock in Rio, but let's just say that it has everything but rock in it. Headliners: Katy Perry, Bruno Mars, Muse, and what's the name of the other guy?
Gorillaz?
Gorillas?
No, it has no rock. Bruno Mars.
Rip.
And the Bruno Mars Day is the only sellout. Only in July, we are going to have here the Alive Festival, which has some rock. Queens of the Stone Age, Nine Inch Nails, Alice in Chains. It gets better. But I'm only going to my festival, which is Vagos Metal Fest. I put some posters there. Which headliners: Cradle of Filth, Camelot, Suicidal Tendencies, with Encephalum, and many other bands. I don't know, but I've heard one band that a friend of mine recommended called Attic, and the voice of that guy from Attic, it sounds so much like King Diamonds. I don't know where they're from, but
oh, speaking of King Diamond, it's his birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday to the king!
Happy birthday!
Come on, one of the, and seeing King Diamond live, and like as I said, I had the chance to see it in Hellfest 2016. Oh fuck! It was a hell of an experience, especially when the entire set, most of the set list, or the second half, was Abigail from front to back.
What's your favorite King Diamond / Merciful Fate song?
Mine?
Yeah.
Or
oh, everyone, yeah.
For everyone.
Oh god, that's hard.
Mine's
harder than choosing.
Mine's Melissa. I love Melissa. I love Melissa.
Mine. Go ahead, Levi.
I'm sure.
Mine is a bit of a tie between Arrival from King Diamond and from Abigail, and Come to the Sabbath.
Mine's kind of a tie too between Eye of the Witch from King Diamond, or a tie between A Dangerous Meeting, Nightmare, or
Nightmare Be Thy Name.
Yeah, no, the song Nightmare from Don't Break the Oath, or Black Masses. I always like Black Masses.
And it's mixing.
Mine's probably Come to the Sabbath.
Or what you are. If we had a hard discussion on Bagger TV, naming which one of the Judas Priest albums were considered the best, what would you put in the King Diamond's best? I already have 3: Fatal Portrait, Abigail, of course, and probably the one that I can't remember. I have that album, but I know it has the At the Graves, Cremation, Conspiracy. At least 3. Those would be on my list.
Well, I will go for Abigail. Yeah.
Abigail
for sure.
Abigail.
Fatal Portrait to me is an obvious choice, kind of. I mean, first solo album.
Oh yeah.
Although I would put either as Levi said, the Eye of the Witch album, or a bit the Conspiracy album too. Especially with that cremation instrumental. I mean, it's beautiful. And one of two King Diamond songs to be included in the Brutal Legend video game.
I haven't played that game in a long time.
Me neither. I haven't played it in a while.
Anymore.
It has already been released for PC. But come on, I mean, best soundtrack. I mean, Brutal Legend. I mean, where would you have a more diverse type of? Of course, it's mostly metal, but come on.
Yeah.
I mean, in which video game would you find a soundtrack which includes Emperor, Motorhead? Didn't include Maiden, but included Anthrax, Megadeth, Omen, Crimson Glory, and Ice Stir. I mean, where would you find something like that? Or even
nowhere.
Or even some of the more obscure bands that I eventually found out, like Near Throne, Prong. That I did not listen to that many Prong, although I know they're legends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, speaking of Prong, I only got one album of theirs right now, and that's Cleansing, but I do want to get the first 2 so bad, Force Fed and Beg to Differ.
I have none.
I have
none, but then again, in terms of industrial metal, so to say, I've always been more of a fan of Fear Factory than anything else.
Same here. I just recently got more into Fear Factory. I always knew the name and heard a few of their songs when I was a kid, but I didn't start really getting heavily into them till this year. And actually, let me get some real quick.
Go ahead.
All right.
I mean, they always said that Fear, although in terms of industrial metal, and this might be a bit of a controversial, I would put Switzerland's Samahel in the discussion.
Really?
Especially their
Some of
later
their stuff.
Their later stuff.
Yeah, their latest stuff.
Yeah, like their first 3 or so albums, straight up black metal. Or I could go as far as saying early beginnings of black and doom, because a lot of songs, especially on Worship Hymn, have that doom speed to it.
Into the original Into the Pentagram.
Yep. But yeah, like I was saying with Fear Factory, I recently finally picked up Soul of a New Machine, and God, I've been in love with this album ever since I listened to it.
Their very first album. One album that I got, and it's over there in my collection, is actually their Legend in Manufacture.
I need to pick that up soon.
Yeah.
Luckily, I get my next paycheck tomorrow, and I plan on getting me quite a few albums, and that might end up being one of them.
Like I said, I actually went to one of my local record stores where I bought my ticket for Primordial, and I actually got the Judas Priest Jugulator, and I actually got a German album also, Destruction's The Antichrist, which has Nailed to the Cross, Thresh Till Death, and many others, I mean.
Yeah.
Yep. Crazy.
Yeah, but I don't know what Bagger TV is going to do in the next upcoming weeks, but I would even hear just a suggestion, and we can all chip in a certain way. I would still put like a records, not so much records, but record companies, some of their best albums. I mean, at least one with Austria's Candlelight Records. I mean, Emperor albums from Candlelight.
Early Opeth.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Candlelight Records has got to have Candlelight Records. They got to be a very good record track.
Yeah. I think at some point they ought to do one for Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Especially since they've already done one for Metal Blade, one for Urate. I don't have one for Roadrunner.
Nuclear Blast.
Nuclear Blast.
Nuclear Blast 2,
I really
Century
want to
Media.
see Seasons of Mist.
Yeah.
Relapse would be good too.
Yeah. I know there was another one that.
What was the one that they did but they never aired? Remember that one?
It was the one that included Primordial's To the Nameless Dead album. I don't remember. Let me see. I have the album right here.
So.
One tough part with doing a Roadrunner Records essential albums is what would be the legend, because I can't. The first Roadrunner records I remember from the '80s were like Carnivore, and then eventually Obituary and Sepultura. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there were other albums before Carnivore, but I just can't remember off the top of my head.
Nope. Wow. That'll be tough. I'm trying to think. What would be the legend? What would be the legend? What would be the legend? Guess.
Leave it. No, leave it.
Guess Obituary?
I'll search for it. Sorry?
No. We're trying to think of the legend for Roadrunner.
Yeah, for
There are too
Roadrunner.
many.
Yeah, like I said, I'm trying to remember what were the first initial Roadrunner records before Obituary, Sepultura, and Carnivore, and those bands. Because I'm pretty sure there was quite a bunch before them, but I just don't.
King Diamond was some of the early King Diamond records were released on Roadrunner.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But Roadrunner Records, I don't know.
But man, it's like that list would have to be 20 albums because there's just
At
so
least.
many. There's just so many.
At least.
I mean, it was hard when we did Earache.
Gojira, Trivium. No, they don't have that many. I mean, but in their alumni, Opeth, Dragon Force, Dream Theater,
Death.
like I said, in their alumni, yeah, Death, Fear Factory was as well, Queensryche,
Deicide,
Sacrifice.
Suffocation.
Satirical?
Yes.
Satirical?
That's a
Yes,
Terracon?
Terracon's on Roadrunner.
Devil Driver, Death, yeah, as you said.
Double Driver.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh boy. No Roadrunner. No.
Why? Cannibal Corpse?
I know why.
The Forbidden End bands.
I knew exactly where you're going with that.
Nickelback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nickelback.
Exactly.
Wait a minute. Actually, I gotta do that right. Oh God. Not them.
Nickelback shitting.
There.
Yeah, but
No.
I'm seeing here the roster for Season of Mist. I mean, it's impressive. I mean, 1349, Abbott, Benighted, Karakangren, Destroyer 666, Drudica from Ukraine, Hylum from Germany, which is a great
I will see them next week.
Nice.
Septic Flesh, Rotten Christ,
Rotting Christ. Shit.
Suder, Solstafir. I mean, it's impressive.
Shining.
And they still have an American as well. I mean, Enslaved, Astarte. I mean, I love. This is one of the more forbidden black metal bands there's out there called Astarte. They're from Greece, but it's an all-female black metal band. They've done musics with Shagrath, with Seth from Septic Flesh. I mean, if you YouTube search Astarte, some of their songs, I mean, they're impressive. And it was unfortunate that the female vocalist called Maria, she died 39 years old, cancer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of like Chuck.
But yeah, but like I said, I mean, worse, she died of leukemia.
Yeah, I say that too.
It's still sad to hear. I'll put the link here I'll put the link here to see what the band is, or I'll try to put here some of the videos or with some of their songs. But it's one of the more underrated black metal bands, and Levi, we discussed, me, Hannah, and Ricky, we discussed last time a documentary on black metal, and we decided, like, to a certain extent, do like a 3-part documentary. I mean, origins,
At least.
the heyday and fall, the rise and fall, so to say, and black metal all over the world, because there are so many good stuff coming out of Europe, America, and many others that is hard to define. Even though they have mixed in like Black and Death, like Behemoth, they're still to a certain extent black metal. To a certain extent.
Huh? Yeah, that is true. And I was just having this question in my head for a long time, like, if someone had asked me on like one of my Q&A videos, like, what do I think are the top 5 best countries in the world for metal? God, that is so difficult because there's so many countries out there.
Germany.
Yeah, I would say in no particular order, Germany, England, Sweden, America, and either Norway or Canada.
Although I would put Norway, Finland, and Sweden in the Norse countries because
put them together. And Denmark too.
And Iceland.
Basically, basically Scandinavia reigns supreme.
Yeah,
to a certain extent. I mean, we were discussing this also, Ricky and Hannah, about some countries having some very particular genres. I mean, it is arguable that most of metal genres they come from Europe. I mean, black metal from Norway and England, grindcore also. But America also has some great genres. I mean, U.S. power metal,
thrash.
Although thrash, this is where we had this discussion also. Although thrash and this is like I said, it is arguable. It is each one's opinion. Currently, Germany is producing better thrash than America. That's my
Creator. You can't go wrong with Creator. That's true.
Creator, Destruction.
I just bought tickets for Creator to see them in the winter.
Oh.
With Dimmu Borgir.
Oh.
What? Holy crap! Jesus Christ. That's a heavy one.
And I will see Creator next week at Grasburg Metal Meeting as well.
That's the one of the if you want to call it triangle of European festivals. I mean, Hellfest, Graspop, Wacken.
Okay.
Although you can't go wrong with those 3.
No.
Oh, but the lineup, the bands at Graspop are way better than at Wacken this year.
And a bit better than Hellfest too. I've seen the headline.
Yep.
I've seen the lineup for this year.
I mean, the lineup for Graspop is just amazing. I mean, you've got Maiden, you've got Ozzy, you've got Judas Priest, you've got Volbeat and Ghost, whatever, and so many great bands.
Yeah, I really need to go. I really need to go to Europe.
Ricky said the same thing.
But I'm most looking forward to see Bölzer, Batushka, Shining, Vader, Retain, and lots more.
Wait, did you say Burzum?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard Burzum. I was like, what?
Yeah, I thought I heard that too.
Bölzer.
Actually going to play a concert? What?
No. Bölzer, they're from Switzerland, and I saw them a month ago, and I mean, it's just 2 dudes. One's playing drums, and the other one is singing and playing guitars. I think an 8-string or 10-string guitar, something like that.
So like
it's just heavy as hell, and it's like Black and Death or something like that.
So like Bellwitch,
amazing
in a way.
What?
Like Bellwitch,
maybe.
You have to listen to it.
Like Inquisition?
Yeah. A bit like Inquisition. It's like a crossover.
But I'm seeing
it's
here
like
that you have some... Sorry. A crossover. But
it's
I'm seeing
like
here...
Sorry.
Wait. Right, Hannah, go.
It's like a cross if you mix Behemoth with Migwa or something.
But I'm seeing here some of the stages for Graspop, and you have the marquee stage. I mean, Friday, Ackercoke or Arcona, Karaka, Septic Flash,
Vader, Retain, and I'm going to see all of them.
Although on Saturday you have also a good one. Batushka, Asphyx, one of my faves. Exodus, Marduk at the gates.
Bloodbath.
The headliner, yeah. Although headliners for that day, Volbeat and Manson.
Not going to see that.
Saw Manson already, I'm good.
Oh man.
But then again,
I'm sure Ricky's probably told this to you guys already, but I'm the lone concert virgin here.
Oh no, I haven't.
You haven't been to a show yet?
I'm not. The closest I've been to a concert was like a river festival in my town where a cover band came and played like Zeppelin and stuff like that.
That's something, at least.
Something. It's just the
Yeah.
problem has always been a combination of logistics and trying to get to a show. That's been the number one problem. But I got so many bands I want to see. I'd say the number one band I want to see, just because they're still my favorite band of all time since I was just a little baby, and that's Metallica. And I might get to go to their show in Cincinnati in January if I get enough money saved up. But as far as like an actual like getting into the pit and wanting to go crazy, the one concert I would want to go for that would be Napalm Death, because I just love Army and the guys so much.
Metallica have been to Portugal, I don't know how many times already, and I've already seen them twice. Metallica, they're great live. Although you can argue about Lars drumming all the time, but
Come on.
I get the jokes all the time.
It's already a meme.
I'm not going to do the jokes or the memes because as a former drummer, I know how hard it takes. So
and I'm a drummer myself. I'm a drummer myself.
So you know.
Yeah.
Although, and we were talking about this on the dry run. We said some of the best live bands out there. My top three would be Rammstein. They do an awesome live setting. King Diamond with all that dark theater surrounded, and AC/DC. You cannot go wrong with it.
As far as like any like live bands I've heard songs from off of albums or videos, I would say Scorpions would probably be up there from what I've heard and seen on YouTube.
Anna can tell you better.
Yeah.
Of course. And then and then also, funny thing, I like the song One Shot, One Kill by Dying Fetus, but I prefer the live version better than the studio version because it's faster and more gnarly and crazy.
There are a lot of and I always have this discussion with some of my best friends, and there are some bands that are good in studio but not that good in live, and then there's the reverse.
Yeah.
Some bands that are excellent live but not that good in studio. I mean, Kiss, probably one of the most well-known examples. Live bands.
Mm.
Yeah. But of course, there are some bands that are good either way. I mean, Blind Guardian, they're good in studio, and they're even good live. I mean, you cannot go if you start to hear the Bard song being chanted by everyone in the crowd or that means that you cannot go wrong with it.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd seen that on the Metal Evolution Power Metal episode.
I think the first Blind Guardian song that I've heard was the cover they did of Spread Your Wings. Spread your wings and fly away. Fly away.
But one band that left me a bit, it wasn't known for me until I recently discovered through a friend of mine, was Demons and Wizards, which is basically Hansi from Blind Guardian.
They're
John
good.
From Ice Earth.
I know you told me that the other day to listen to them. Man, they're fucking good.
I think another member of Demons and Wizards, I want to say, was one of the Jarzenbeck brothers. I'm trying to remember which one. I think Bobby. I want to say Bobby's in that band. Because I know there's Ron and Bobby, because I know Ron, he'd been in Watchtower and did guest stuff for like Obscura and so many other bands. Yeah, it is Bobby.
But still, I mean, but like I said, I mean, when we, I think we were all there in the power metal discussion albums. I mean, why the fuck is Dragon Force there? Sheesh.
I mean, weren't they added to speed
I mean,
metal?
I actually like not the last album, but the album before Dragon Force.
As much as I don't like seeing Dragon Force live, and Herman Lee just doesn't do live what he does in studio computer. But I mean, Dragon Force instead of Rhapsody of Fire, instead of Angra, instead of so many other power metal bands out there, or even Gamma Ray for the I know Gamma Ray was there. And we did Gamma Ray in the same power metal album discussion. I mean,
Hey Arthur, what if you had between three choices: Cannibal Corpse, Nickelback, and Dragon Force? You have to choose one. Because I know how much you hate those three bands.
Suicide. Nah, I would at least try to see Cannibal Corpse. I would at least try to see Cannibal Corpse. If not, just for the hammer smashed face and see Corpse Grinder
go
windmill and crazy. Yeah.
That dude has no neck. What the hell?
That's not.
And he goes, so muscle.
And legend says that if you can join the fingers in Corpse Grinder's neck, he'll buy you free beers on the day. That's the legend.
I can barely get by.
No, but I mean, bands that I dislike. I mean, Cannibal Corpse is one of them. Although I like very much death metal, but Cannibal Corpse to me is too repetitive. This coming from a guy that listens to Bolt Thrower, Death, Asphyx, and Nile.
And meanwhile, for me, I'm the opposite. I fucking love CC. Though I need to get the one album that I'm needing to get for my Cannibal Corpse collection is Vile. I only got two. I only got two right now in my collection. That's Eaten Back to Life, just because I like the thrashiness of it, and the bleeding, because, well, you can't go wrong with that album. I mean, when you got songs like Staring Through the Eyes of the Dead, and especially Smoked with a Knife.
Like I said,
can't go wrong with that album, at least, for sure.
Like I said, I don't like that much Cannibal Corpse. Although, let's just say, I dislike, but I respect. And all the bands that I dislike, I do respect them. And I can say
except
6 bands that
Nickelback.
Yeah, except Nickelback.
Okay.
Fuck them up the ass.
I'm not counting that one.
What would be the perfect?
Yeah, or better yet, hey, I'm Nickelback, everyone, and people say I should go fuck myself. Well,
Oh no!
Yeah. No, but
I'm a crazy motherfucker sometimes.
We're all crazy.
We all are. As Morticia Adams would say in the Addams Family movie, life without craziness, it's dull.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No,
Yeah,
but,
I just used my shitty ass tripod for that stunt.
You may want to watch that.
No, but I mean, other bands that I generally dislike as well. I mean, Tool. I never got into Tool. The song's too long, and it feels like you're listening to one song at one point, and then it flees you. It flees you. I mean, never got into Tool. Never got into Meshuggah. I dislike them, but I do respect what they do. And the others are the same old shitty core bands like Suicide Silence, As I Lay Dying, Bring Me Your Eyes, and Asking Alexandria, all those shitty bands. Nickelback is so down the pits of hell that it doesn't need to be worth mentioning.
Oh boy. As far as I go with what you just said, Artur, I like Tool personally. The only album I don't have for my Tool collection is the first album, Undertow.
Oh.
I got everything else. It just always leaves my head. Like Undertow's just always been one that's just kind of gone over my head, just because of the fact, probably because of the fact that it wasn't as proggy as their later stuff was, and it was more towards that early '90s alternative metal style.
Gotcha.
Meshuggah, I'm with Artur on. I never really got into them very much. I like a few of their songs from what I've heard, but just not one of those bands that stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
Suicide Silence, yeah, they can fuck off. As I Lay Dying, I said it in my last Q&A video. It's like, say what you will about Tim Lambrestas, as I'm going to call him now because of the steroid shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've heard, I got 2 of their albums. For me personally, I think they're one of the better of the melodic metalcore stuff, along kind of in tandem with.
Although to me they fucked up a Judas Priest classic. Helion Electric Eye, that cover version was shit.
Although I personally like their cover of War Ensemble because to me it didn't even sound like a metalcore cover. It kind of sounded more death metal because good Lord, Tim got low down there. Like that was actually pretty good.
That's pretty. I got to hear it, but yeah, like I said, we all have our opinions and
yeah,
we respect each other's opinions. So
absolutely.
Ricky has some bands that he dislikes, Hannah as well. So we all respect each other. We're better than the United fucking Nations.
Oh yeah. Don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Remember last time. Don't bring it up.
No, I'm not bringing it up, but I'm saying that we tend to respect more each other's opinions than those guys there.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I could say some other bands that I dislike, but I still like 1 or 2 songs. But an entire scene that I generally is a paradox to me. Seattle black metal. What?
That just sounds weird just hearing it.
I know.
I mean, some of the bands that are coming out from the so-called Seattle black metal scene, or as someone called hipster metal, Wolves in the Throne Room, I never got into them.
I like them.
Respect. Like I said, respect. Hannah, is the Vision Bleak from Germany?
I mean, yeah, I think they have something to do with Imperium and, if I'm correct, Secrets of the Moon, this whole kind of black metal scene from Germany, from Northern.
I asked because I've seen Vision Bleak some time ago, and I was figuring out if they were from Germany or if they were from another country.
No, they're from Germany. They are on the label Prophecy Productions, but I never really got into them. I mean, I listened to some other bands out of this kind of movement, but not the Vision Bleak.
I like very much
records because
I like very much.
I have a couple of records of them. Secret of the Moon is great. Their latest record, Sun, I love it. But
and the one thing that it blew me away. I saw Secrets of the Moon here in Portugal about some years ago. They were opening up for Behemoth.
Oh, I was on that tour too with Midbois.
Yeah, I did not like Midbois, but I liked Secrets of the Moon. I mean, it was awesome.
Levi, I think.
I love all
Levi, what do you say? You and me, we go to Europe. Let's go to Europe.
I should. I really.
Then my recommendation, go to Germany because I talked with Hannah and Ricky about it. There are more bands that pass more through Germany than they pass through Portugal.
Let's get Raphael also and let's go.
Yeah, I might as well save up like 50 grand and take a plane flight out to Germany and go to every festival there is there.
Wacken.
I mean, yeah, Wacken at least. Try to go to Hellfest in France.
Pop in Belgium.
Yeah. Or if you want a more of a low budgeted type vacuum, come here to Portugal. At least we have more sun in the sunny days than.
No, I don't want more sunny days. I don't want sunny days.
Twice.
I don't want sunny days.
When I went to Wacken, I got so horrible sunburns because it was so fucking hot on those 2 weekends, and it was dusty as hell. I mean, everybody was covered in dust and.
Come to Texas. Come to Texas. Come to Texas. This is how it feels. It's fucking hot.
Right now it's so hot in Germany. I don't even need Texas. I mean, it's like
your weather, Germany's weather for me is like in the beach. You come here to Texas, you'll be like, I'm dying. It's like the desert.
Hell, here in Ohio, it's not even summer quite just yet. We're still a week away from officially being in summer, and this Sunday it's going to be 96, and I got to work in that shit.
God, which is basically 31, 32 Celsius.
Yeah, and just to show you like how hard I work, like my arm here is so damn tan, but yet up here it's so damn white. Farmers.
I get the same. I get the same stuff too.
Same. Everyone's
But it's weird. It's weird. This arm's darker than this arm because where I work, I wash golf carts and pick up golf balls at a driving range.
Mm-hmm.
I have to drive the cart out to the range to pick them up one by one, but the sun's always beating down on this arm the most.
But the same year. Because
I don't know if
I drive
around some that's light, but
I work in tourism and I always on those big buses that always go around town. I'm always on the seat next to the driver, and I always get the sun head straight to me, and I get like a trucker tan.
Same here. I drive around and deliver. I drive around and deliver packages and letters and shit, and my left arm always gets super brown and red, and the right one simply doesn't.
I work at a store, so I'm the only one who like is inside, but it's Texas, just outside.
Yeah.
It's tough. But yeah.
But yeah, moral of the story: help get this motherfucker 50 grand to go to festival.
Make it 100.
And you started
GoFundMe? No, I'm not that much of a dickhead.
You should do crowdfunding like Winter Sun.
Patreon. Patreon.
I tried to do Patreon a long time ago, and it just never went anywhere. So I was like, fuck it. Ouch. I only have Patreon to support Banger and 2 of my other YouTube pals, who are either wrestling or NASCAR oriented people.
Mm-hmm.
We don't get that much NASCAR here. Although in terms of American sports, the NBA is quite popular here as well.
It doesn't surprise me. And it doesn't surprise me that NASCAR doesn't go over there, considering it's kind of shitty right now.
And also Europe has always been more Formula One than NASCAR.
Formula One and IndyCar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much IndyCar here, but more Formula One. I mean, some of the more legendary racetracks are Hockenheim in Germany, Monaco, Monza in Italy.
Nürburgring.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember Nürburgring from when I played Gran Turismo a long time ago.
There's a big festival there as well, but I don't like it.
Why?
It's too poppy. I mean, no, they call themselves Rock am Ring, and there are no rock bands there.
Oh, Rock am Ring in Nürburgring?
Yeah.
Oh boy,
I just prefer Wacken.
The most watched European festival on MTV. Every time around July, August, I turn on MTV, I see Rock am Ring.
Yep. And it's not too far from where I live.
But better grass pop or waka?
Exactly.
I think the only big in the US is the US rap tour. The one's going.
Coachella?
Yeah.
I will be back.
Weren't you guys supposed to have Ozfest?
It's in California.
Yeah, we had Ozfest for a long time.
Yeah.
And also, what was another one which
Knotfest.
had a lot of potential, but it got the Warped Vans tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
Warped Tour. Oh,
Yeah.
that tour is so goddamn irrelevant
Yeah.
now. It's not even a joke.
Also the download
it
tour.
was meant. It's stupid. It was meant to be a punk festival, and now it's just a shitty emo core / whatever the fuck festival that has absolutely no fucking relevance at all.
Oh. That's too bad.
Yeah, I have never been to a concert, but even I know that just from looking at the bills that we got. But funny enough, there is a festival in my state in Columbus called Rock on the Range. It's mostly mainstream bands, but there's quite a lot of underground bands that have made it onto those bills. Like this year's bill, like the big bands that were on for the main stage, like the 3 headliners were Alice in Chains, Avenged Sevenfold, and Tool. But other bands that were on there was A Perfect Circle, Stone Sour, Godsmack, Breaking Benjamin.
Oh, I love Breaking Benjamin.
Not bad.
Yeah. Trivium, Code Orange, Power Trip was on this festival. Body Count. There
Damn.
was quite a few.
Yeah,
I wish I could have went. I would have went to see particularly Avenged Sevenfold, Trivium, Alice in Chains, and Power Trip. Those would have been my go-tos for that. It's not bad. It's not bad festival, but it could be better. Like
Yeah, but then again, we cannot have everything. Here, we're going to have in early August, like I said, our legit version of Wacken, which is called Vagos, in a town in the center of the country. And like I said, headliners are 3: Suicidal Tendencies, Cradle of Filth. The first time Cradle of Filth comes to Portugal in 12 years, and this one is a bit more controversial. Camelot. It's not that it's a bad band. I mean, I like Camelot very much, but it's not a headlining band.
Oh, really?
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
It's back, everyone. It's that DHAT, you filthy marks. Yeah, just a moment for me too. I gotta get my fat sucker. Because you know what that means?
Oh.
Fucking run away, yes. Oh, come on. Man, but those guys from Cultaholic, those guys were great.
Yeah.
And also that other YouTuber guy that I told you to see, Razor Fist, the Rageaholic. I mean, that guy is awesome. And 0 fucks, which is what I like about him. 0 fucks to give.
Remember when he did the one about sexism of Banger TV? When he reviewed that episode, like, oh my god.
But here's the thing. There was no lie on what he said. I mean, even Sam knew that whole debate was bullshit to begin with.
Yeah.
I mean, just a female version. What about the man? And even he said Motorhead got harassed on tour several times. It's not just a woman thing; it's everything. But like, and even I suggested a little bit, and some other guys, I don't know who, I suggested a censorship in metal debate, which would be great. I mean, the PMRC, Metal Gates,
Yep.
or what happened with Metal Gates, that old shit. I mean, why not? Or some of the things that happen. I mean, the Cannibal Corpse covers being banned in Germany and anywhere and in most places.
Australia.
That would be a good debate.
The Judas Priest
Yeah,
That
trial.
would be a good debate.
I would have a lot to say about that because I hate censorship so much. And not just metal, but in anything.
Coming from a country that had a dictatorship for over 70 years, or almost 70 years, we do know that bit too well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would say, like I said, censorship in metal. Why not? Yeah, that would be a good debate.
That'd be a good one.
Oh, yeah.
But fuck the PMRC. Fuck the PMRC and fuck
Tipper Gore.
Yeah.
Ice-T said it best on that Loudwire Wiki Factor Fiction video. Tipper Gore could eat a bag of dicks and still keep going with him. I mean, where's she now, Owen?
Yeah.
I love
But
Ice-T.
still, but every time that I see that Dee Snider's speech and seeing all the senators go, this was impossible.
Yeah, a guy who looks dressed in drag with big spoofy hair and his fucking package fucking bulged out in tight jeans coming out speaking intelligently. It's like, you people should understand not all metalheads are dumb. Most of us are pretty fucking intelligent.
Yeah.
We know a couple of examples. I mean, Fenris from Dark Throne. He's a very intelligent guy.
Yeah, or not even in the metal world, but in the rock world. Joe,
Like you see this poster?
He's fucking smart too.
You see that?
Oh yeah.
That was banned. That was banned in Germany.
Wow,
Really?
Yeah, it was banned in Germany.
For what?
Cause of the
Speaking
because it had I don't know if it had Holland Glocken, which I have no idea what it means. It's in German.
Hell's Bells.
Yeah, no,
Hell's Bells. Helden Glocken, it's bells. Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
I would assume, I don't know German that well, but it would be, the closest thing would be Hell's Bells. Or, here's one thing that happened with Accept. I mean, you know the Fast as the Shark song from Accept?
Yeah.
That starts with the whole, I did, I do, I da. They cannot sing that in France, and they cannot sing that in Poland, because to them, to those governments, it's associated with Nazism. I mean,
it's like what we say like we say with Jew.
Hannah can probably,
Well, yeah, go ahead.
Hannah can probably attest to that. I think that Heidi I Do Heidi stuff is a German folk song. But
yeah, it is.
But is it connected with Nazism? Not at all.
I mean, many of these old folk songs were very popular during that time. So if you, in other countries, it might be associated with Nazism because, you know, we invaded them and...
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
We get into, like I said, we get under...
But I mean, even in Germany, most of these songs kind of disappeared because nobody really wants to be associated with the Nazi era.
Yeah.
Except
so a lot of folklore disappeared entirely, and
except for Lemmy.
Yeah, I can. Come on, Lemmy, a Nazi?
No. You know, we know about he loved collecting.
And that's another thing too, when people accuse others of being Nazi just because they collect stuff. It's like
metal sucks.
It's part of history. It's just a part of history. It doesn't mean that they believe in that stuff.
Metalsucks.net, Vice.
Yeah.
I mean, Marduk. We were also talking about this. I mean, Marduk, one of the best black metal bands out there. They have many World War II themed songs. Panzer Division, Franz Schwein, and many others. But Morgan and all the members of the band said that they're not Nazis. And still, Black Lives Matter and Antifa boycott shows in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then again, here in America, there's so many fucking idiots out there that
So
take
many.
everything so damn seriously and
So
get
many
offended
conservatives.
easily.
Still a conservative country.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, I only brought this up because it was something so stupid that it was conjured up over these past years, and even hearing that metalsucks.net, they accuse Destroyer 666 of being Nazis, but then they fight back by suing Metal Sucks for what they've done. I say, go Destroyer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They think that they cannot fight back? Oh, guess again. They can fight back.
I mean, it's just fucking stupid. Come on.
I mean, even in like I said, Marduk playing on having all those themes like Panzer Division Marduk. I mean, I don't know if Hannah has seen a Marduk show or not, but I would guess that it was well accepted in Germany. The Panzer Division albums or stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not controversial. It's accepted.
I don't know. I think it was Marduk. I don't know.
oh boy.
That was my sister.
I don't know if it was Murdoch or I don't know which black metal band that came to Texas that they got. I think it was in Dallas that they got booted out.
Yeah, I heard
Inquisition?
about that.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But
Yeah,
even you have
either. I remember
but even
something
you have-
like that happened.
But even you have a band like Sabaton. I mean, Sabaton has songs about everything, including one called "The Rise of Evil," and still many people still listen to Sabaton these days. Although, but that would be a band. Although, yeah,
Or take their song, "The Final Solution."
yeah,
Yeah.
Panzerkampf.
I
as
mean-
well.
Mm-hmm.
But
And going back to like the whole censorship of Cannibal Corpse covers in Germany and elsewhere, yeah, it's like I have the documentary DVD, the 20 Years of Torment or Centuries of Torment, and I remember when they talked about that. Like I think Pat O'Brien said it best. It's like for a long time they couldn't play Hammer Smash Face, but were allowed to play Fuck with a Knife. What? Makes no
Doesn't make
sense.
sense. No,
especially Hammer Smash Face being the song that unites Cannibal Corpse fans.
Yeah. And it's not as graphic as Fucked with a Knife, just simply in the song title. Like
Butcher that bird.
yeah. Yeah, it's like looking back, it's like hearing this and then looking back at some of this stuff, it just makes me wonder, where did we go wrong?
Let's just get.
But
But like
I don't know
where
we did go wrong,
but like I said before, Keith Richards will be the last one left. Will be the last man standing. And Ozzy.
no, Rob Zombie.
And Ozzy.
yeah.
Yeah, and Ozzy.
Yeah. Rob Zombie and Ozzy.
Do you,
Yeah.
The sole survivors.
do you see Keith with Keith?
And Keith Richards.
Did you see Keith?
Lucky three.
Oh,
Yeah.
Although Alice Cooper could be a survivor as well.
Yeah, Alice Cooper as
yeah.
well.
Alice Cooper just continues to play golf all along.
He ought to come to my golf course, for God's sake. That's just too long. Alice, like, come on. Alice, what are you doing? That's something
He
else.
owns one in Arizona. He owns one in Arizona.
Keith will be like a
Yeah,
Smokey
'cause,
Yonka. Did you know
it's
that?
dry out there, whereas here it's fucking muggy as all hell. Well, depending on the day, of course.
So
Yeah,
Keith Richards, Alice Cooper, Ozzy, and
And
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie. Damn,
Yeah.
there's still hope.
I mean, maybe Steven Tyler as well.
Uh,
I was
Yeah.
also thinking perhaps Dave Mustaine too.
nah.
No.
No.
Probably not. Then again, he did fucking survive like over 20 years of doing hard shit, but yeah.
Yeah, so did Lemmy, but he eventually died.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
David
I mean,
Gilmour.
Ozzy's is a fucking miracle. Like, holy fuck.
If you ever get the chance,
We thought the same thing.
read
We
it.
thought the same thing about
Read
Lemmy.
it. It's fucking good. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
We thought the same thing about Lemmy, but Lemmy
But
will always
but
be
if,
over there in the
but-
icons.
if you
And
had
it's
to,
crazy to think, he died just a few days after he turned 7.
Mhm.
That's one of the craziest parts.
And I thought Lemmy was gonna be the last one. If you had to be between Lemmy and Ozzy, you would have gone for Lemmy to survive. I mean, Ozzy, come on,
No.
Ozzy the craziest
Actually, no.
shit.
But I mean, when I saw Lemmy, they just stopped the concert after at Wacken after 3 songs, and I was standing in front of him, and he looked like shit. Honestly, I would put my money on Ozzy
Yeah.
because he
But
still
still, but-
can sing and still can give concerts. I saw him last year, and
I'm going to see Ozzy and Judas Priest in early July here in Portugal.
I'm seeing them next week at Graspo.
Oh, Paul McCartney also,
Yeah.
or David Gilmour from
Never
Pink
was-
Floyd.
Oh, David Gilmour, yes.
Never,
Roger
never,
Waters.
Oh,
was,
David Gilmour.
never was a big fan of the Beatles.
Yeah, I confess, I'm not that big into the Beatles either.
I'm more into Queen. I am, and I was more into
Yeah.
Queen than I was with the Beatles.
Yeah, same here.
Maybe
Yeah.
another survival. Let's see.
Let's see,
Yeah, let's think.
Angus,
Alfred?
Yeah.
Mark Halford?
Angus
Yeah.
Young.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah. John Anderson from Yes.
I have another
Yeah.
one, and it's coming from Germany. Klaus Meine.
Meine.
Lighter, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, just for Hannah. Klaus Meine and Kai Hansen. Hey, it's an idea.
Why not?
But then we have to put Till Lindemann there as well.
Till.
Ooh.
Who else?
Yeah, who else?
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris.
Richard Harris.
Steve Harris. Steve Harris, yeah.
Just for me, James Hetfield.
Although to me, it's more of a choice of Kerry King or Tom Araya.
I'd say those two probably.
Carrie.
I was
Tom
thinking maybe-
Araya, because he looks like Gimli the dwarf.
Yeah. Heck, Harry's looked the exact same for 20 years. He does not age.
Like a fine wine.
It's because he's bald.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Probably.
Hell, that's how I think Stone Cold Steve Austin hasn't aged, and he's like the exact same.
Yeah.
22 years.
yeah.
Who else?
And that's a funny discussion to have. Like, who's the most metal wrestler of all time? I would say Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Alternate.
Man, that's a good one.
Yeah, Undertaker, Stone
Undertaker.
Cold Steve Austin are among two of them.
Although I would put without a doubt Aleister Black.
Yes. Yes, Aleister Black.
Yeah.
Just imagine if they I've always thought about this in my head because I saw that interview he did with Metal Hammer last year where he talked about how his gimmick was influenced so much by black metal. Imagine if WWE would have allowed them to have a black metal theme song. That'd be so amazing.
Speaking of bald,
That would be a
hardcore. Man.
Speaking of bald people, Baron Corbin, he shaved his head.
He's boring. He's bald. He's a Baron. He's the triple B. I said that on Twitter. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you?
And
try to picture this. Undertaker on a WrestleMania entrance theme. Ino a Satana by Emperor.
Oh.
That would have been amazing.
I just got chills.
Come on.
Mighty Lord,
Exactly. Yeah.
And he doesn't need to do that much stuff. I mean, just walk around.
Okay, what if it was in
comes time?
Undertaker on a motorcycle?
Actually,
Undertaker. What would be his theme song?
Sorry?
Motorcycle Undertaker. If it was back in his motorcycle, what would be the song? Hell's Bells. AC/DC.
oh,
That's a good one.
yeah, that would be a good one. I was trying to think of something that had a song that has to do a lot with motorcycles.
Wheels of Steel by Saxon.
No limp dick.
Gardenia by Caius.
I would suggest Wheels of Steel by Saxon.
That's a good one too.
Oh yeah.
Or just one that's one that I got into recently. And funny enough, when I brought up the NASCAR 06 video I did that got a copyright notice, the song that I had so low in the background was Devilgate Ride by The Crown. I think that would be
not bad.
It may be a bit too fast, but
Or imagine this. Hallowed be thy name.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Hallowed be thy name.
But Maiden tops you in that.
No. It's not bad, but I would imagine, Hallowed be thy name. Hearing the bells.
Yeah.
Hearing the bells, and then I'm waiting
In my cold cell.
And then it coming in. It coming in with its words and all that stuff. I mean, yeah.
As
much as I love them,
I would love if it's final match. Everyone in the locker room come as the Druids with the torches with that theme song while Undertaker's walking the long aisle. That will be with the biggest pyro there will ever be.
Yeah.
With that theme song, everyone.
Hallowed be thy name.
Yeah. Hallowed be thy name.
I'm still trying to think of a good one for Steve Austin. I was thinking some like Cowboys from Hell, Pantera.
Killing in the name of.
Yeah.
After all, his classic theme kind of has that same rhythm of Cowboys from Hell.
Or walk.
I think Pantera and Steve Austin kind of meshed together.
They're both Texans.
That too, yeah. That certainly helps.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Everyone speaks of Randy Orton as the Viper, as Venom, and all that stuff. What would it be like if Randy Orton would come out to Countess Bathory by Venom?
Oh boy, I don't know how I would feel about that.
No, imagine of
Liquid Satan.
Sanity.
Liquid Satan.
Imagine Sanity coming out with Enter the Eternal Fire.
Whoa!
That's a good concept.
Whoa. There are many superstars.
Speaking of Sanity, where the hell are they for fucking?
I know. They're coming. I'm just hello.
But like I said, I mean, there are many superstars, even from the old ages. I mean, who could come out to get good rock songs? I mean,
The Rock. Let's go with The Rock.
Let's
go with The Rock.
Yeah. The Rock. Yeah, that's a tougher one.
Let's see.
Because I know with The Rock, he's more of a hip hop guy. So.
But hypothetically, let's think about it.
Body count?
Maybe some.
Limp Bizkit.
No.
No, that would be John Cena.
Yeah. Rage.
And I like John Cena. I love John Cena. But I would even joke and say that.
But here's the thing. I mean, I don't know if you know Raven, the wrestler Raven. I mean, that one would be perfect for a black metal song.
How about
You know, I would even put
or at the bare minimum a gothic metal song.
yeah? How about Sting?
Yeah. It has to.
Sting, that's a good one too. Then again, I liked it whenever he had the Woodstock version of "Seek and Destroy" as his WCW theme until it closed. I thought that was.
But even with the drums only Crow lookalike stuff, I mean that was pretty awesome. But
Yeah.
I would imagine Sting coming out to
Freezing Moon.
hear this. Exactly. Freezing Moon. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Mayhem's Freezing Moon, Sting's entrance coming down the rafters. Jesus,
Holy fuck.
how would that work?
Wow.
That would be like, oh shit!
Imagine
Imagine Undertaker and Sting. Hallowed be thy name and Freezing Moon.
Jesus.
Oh, mind destroyer.
Yeah.
That would be a mind
It's like,
destroyer. Exactly.
It's like, kill me now. Just kill me now.
But yeah.
Shawn
that
Michaels.
was a mind destroyer.
Shawn Michaels. What would be a good
Shawn
one?
Michaels.
Country rock. Too.
Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner. Leonard Skinner.
I imagine one thing. And here's the question for all of you.
Skirts by Motley Crue.
Here's the thing. Old or new WWE superstars coming out too? Ghost.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good one. Who would come out to Ghost?
Braun Strowman, Year Zero.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Or Cirrus.
No, Sirius will be
Cerisi, yes.
Cerise will be Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross with Cerise.
Maybe.
Or Sister
Or if
Abigail.
or if you want to do a although no.
Yeah.
Sister Abigail, my King Diamond.
Brilliant! That is brilliant!
Wonderful!
Woken Matt Hardy for Woken Matt Hardy in symphonic metal band here.
But the symphonic metal band. Hey, but Woken Matt Hardy coming out to, let me see, Halloween.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good one.
Bray
Matt
Wyatt?
Hardy coming out to Halloween. Bray Wyatt has to be more obscure.
Like
Candlemass. Bray Wyatt, Candlemass.
Solitude. Solitude.
I actually had this text document on my computer of like, because I was planning on making a video of this of like what would be the perfect metal theme song for a WWE superstar. I had quite a bunch on my list, or like what genre would fit the superstar. Like I think I had for.
I mean, Aleister Black is perfect for a black metal theme. It could be Emperor. It could be.
Mm-hmm.
It could be Emperor. It could be Bathory. Bathory more thrashier stuff.
Yeah.
But it could be Bathory. Marduk. Imagine one superstar coming out to Panzer Division Marduk.
Jesus. I think I had on that file. I think I had
Overkill.
Okay, we've been focusing on the men. Now let's go with the woman. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ruby Riott, Sex Pistols. Has to be a Sex Pistol song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although I would put Dead Kennedys there in that mixture.
Lita.
Ember Moon. Ember Moon coming out to. Hey, Ember Moon coming out to a Cradle of
Maybe.
Maybe.
Becky Lynch. She's my favorite out of all of them right
Let's
now.
see.
and it's
Punk
hard
rocker?
for me to feel.
Hey,
Centerfold.
we forgot one. We forgot one.
What?
We forgot one guy. Balor.
Balor.
Finn Balor.
Wait, regular Balor or Demon Balor?
Demon Balor.
Demon Balor. Demon Balor, I would go with something epic yet heavy.
Let's see. Dark and Shine. Dark and Shine. Burzum.
Oh, Dunkel Hype version
Yeah.
for Balor. Epic.
What about I Am the Black Wizard's Emperor?
It works too.
Yeah.
Although to me it is a better fit. Inoue Satana to Undertaker.
No. Let's go with a crazy one.
No, but I'll be better.
Let's go with Vince. Vince. Who will be for Vince?
I think for Vince, Money by Pink Floyd.
Money. Yeah,
That's a good song too.
Yeah. Pink Floyd. You cannot go wrong with Pink Floyd. Yeah.
No, I think that will be for.
That's a discussion
I think
point.
Money will be with Shane. Much better.
No, he already has one. He already has one.
For Stephanie.
Here comes we're having too much fun with this now, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Whoa.
Yeah,
What?
but come on. Isn't this supposed to be fun?
Yeah.
True.
What will be for Stephanie McMahon? No.
That's selfish. Bitch.
It has to be a go.
Elizabeth,
I got one. I
my
got one.
ghost.
I have the one. Orgasmatron.
Orgasmic rock.
Oh my god. Then again, she does have those massive lady balls. And after WrestleMania last year, those lady balls are dead.
We just got the bird of the day.
I mean,
Orgasmatron by Motorhead. That's Stephanie's theme.
Triple H. I mean, he's got the game, so.
Yeah, he's already got one.
He's King of Kings and Line in the Sand.
Yeah,
Bret
he's
Hart.
already set.
Bret Hart. What will we for Bret Hart?
Already set.
Bret the Hitman. Bret the Hitman Hart.
Oh yeah, Brett, that's a good one.
The
Love.
Immigrant Song by Led Zeppelin. No, but I mean, just for the scream.
Yeah.
No.
That is true.
Rick
Come on, coming
fucking
from
Flair.
the land of the ice and snow.
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
But that had to be more epic.
I don't know. Knowing him, he'd probably rather have hip hop.
No.
Considering he did that rap video.
I will see Ric Flair like a symphonic.
Something epic for Flair.
Like a symphonic. Something symphonic. Epica?
I don't know.
I'm thinking of another Maiden song would be Flair. I'm trying to think which one.
Let's see. Run to the Hills? Nah. No.
I was thinking maybe like Where Eagles Dare. Wouldn't be terrible.
Flight of the Icarus.
Fly the Icarus.
That's a good one too.
The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man.
Flight of the Icarus is a better suit.
Yeah, I would agree with Arthur.
Flight of the Icarus is a better suit.
Yeah.
It's a better fit. And just
Trooper?
the Trooper.
The Trooper? Who will we for the Trooper?
Yeah.
Who would come up to the Trooper? Who?
John Cena!
No.
Bobby Lashley.
Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's a good one, Kevin Owens.
Coming up to the Trooper. Although, for him...
The Ultimate Warrior! The Ultimate Warrior! The Trooper!
Ultimate Warrior.
With the Trooper!
Yeah, there you go. I was thinking more of a Van Halen song for Ultimate Warrior.
Okay, Hulk
The
Hogan.
Trooper would be good.
Hulk Hogan.
Who will be for Hulk Hogan?
I was more flyer than Hogan.
Yeah, same here.
Legion of Doom.
Oh,
Oh, a good one. Well, they
Yellow
did in the. Well, they did in Japan come out to Black Sabbath Iron Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
They did have that for a long time. Or they did in WCW like a remixed version of Iron Man.
Yeah, but there are so many great wrestlers coming out to great songs. I mean, and to me, some of the better. I mean, Ring of Honor, New Japan. I mean, as much as I love Adam Cole, baby, to me, his song will always be the ROH song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking. Also, I had this on my head of like the most metal theme song in WWE history. That's not Triple H. And right off the top of my head, I would say Demolition's theme by Rick Derringer. That was a heavy tune. And that's actually my personal favorite wrestling theme of all time, just because I like that riff. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
I just love that so much.
That would be a good one, but enough wrestling because we are boring Hannah to death.
Yeah.
but
you know what's funny? You know what's funny within other sports? It's shocking how there are certain sports athletes who I've heard of being big metal fans. For me, being a NASCAR guy, one who's a big metalhead is Matt Kenseth, and he's almost 50, and he loves Motorhead, Metallica. He loves it all. And I'm like, hell yeah, motherfucker.
I mean, look at Nicholas.
And he has motorcycles himself, so it fits in perfectly.
Look at Nicolas Cage's son.
I mean,
yeah, Nicolas Cage's kid. Yeah, I think he has his own black metal band too, called Eyes of Noctum, I believe. Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, or celebrities who are metal
like
as well.
Yeah,
that's another good one. Like, I think
there are only a handful of those supposedly celebrities that I would believe they're rock or heavy metal fans. I mean, Demi Lovato, don't believe one bit. Gaga, I believe to a certain extent.
Rihanna, fuck no.
Adam Lambert.
Yeah, I think for me, the number one celebrity metalhead is Michael Fassbender.
Oh yeah.
Because he loves Sepultura, Metallica, Slayer, Crumbsuckers, all those.
And I think he's originally from Germany. I think
he's Irish. He's Irish and German.
We forgot the most metal actor that Hollywood ever had, Sir Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
He played in a power metal band, and he was always the narrator for all the Rhapsody albums.
Yeah, that's a good one. I would say for me, just because I like him too, and also the fact that there was a band themed after him, Arnold.
Oh yeah,
his Austrian Death Machine. I've been listening to that lately, and I can't stop laughing and headbanging at the same time, especially listening to "Get to the Chopper."
That's a classic quote.
Yeah. Now listen up, everyone. This next one's called Yeah.
Exactly. But come on, like I said, there are so many people that love metal, that like metal. Oh, but always with the stereotypes. But that's too much full of political and come on, that old Rock of Ages movie with Tom Cruise. Bullshit.
By far, wait.
And Hannah and Ricky, we were discussing a few moments last Spinal Tap.
Yeah. I got some like that. Let me find that.
Hey, but here's the shocker. Here's what's going to shock everyone. I mean, they've been doing so many DVDs or so many movies about bands. Could you picture Hollywood making a movie out of Motorhead and having actors play Lemmy, Eddie?
No.
But come on, I mean, like I said, Hollywood, their creativity is down in the shitter. They had to do something. But yeah, a Motorhead movie, absolutely no. Delete that idea. Get Thrash?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are all my metal DVDs that I got. I also have, like I said earlier,
the Centuries of Torments.
But this one's been one of my pride and joys.
Ah.
From Sofia,
Bulgaria.
Yeah. So we got
when they played Am I Evil all together.
Well, in a way.
Carrie, Jeff, and Tom.
Yeah.
I was there. I couldn't. Yeah.
Me neither. I never understood why.
So basically, Lombardo, Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica. But it was still amazing. And then you had Spinal Tap. I got Tenacious D.
Oh.
Wait. Speaking of Jack Black. Wait.
Hey, Tenacious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
School of Rock.
School of Rock. That was a good one. And then the big pride and joys are right here. Metalocalypse, all 4 seasons.
Oh.
I can actually do a decent.
Not because of the Metalocalypse, and I've seen some of their albums for sale, but what the fuck is wrong with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame's been shit for a long time.
Yeah.
But a shitty,
Hey, sorry,
fake,
guys.
not shitty, but a fake cartoon band going in before Judas Priest, Motorhead, Maiden, and all those bands? Come on, that's insulting.
It is. Yeah. But I thought they were only in because of something to do with like television as opposed to the actual music. But
this is probably one of my favorites. You're gonna be like, all right.
Walk the Line.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. I love him today. I love Johnny Cash.
But I was gonna say, because I got all 4 seasons of Metalocalypse, some people have complimented me on my William Murderface impression. I still got it. Alright, I gotta get the list correct. Alright. Alright, how about I starve to death? How's that? Oh, excuse me. Ah, these boots are killing my feet.
If you want to try a good person with a list, try Dusty Rhodes, Bionic Elbow.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. Dean Ambrose.
That's our time.
Dean Ambrose is strong in this one, baby.
No, but yeah.
I could do an okay Pickles impression just because being Irish, and I am part Irish. Funny enough. I gotta remember again. Waking up, he's like, what the hell? Damn it, Stamp! So many fans everywhere. Can I just throw up in my own house? Or a Swiss fucking accent. And I gotta think of
more of a
house. We sit around having some fucking dinner meal. That's how we am.
The
one character I always struggle with to get right is Nathan, just because he talks with a growl and it's kind of hard to get that cadence correctly when
try getting Corpse Grinder voice, and you got Nate, and you got him.
Yeah. I can kind of do Corpse Grinder's character in Metal Mask Assassin. I think I've broken Ricky. He's officially broken! Yay!
Wonderful!
All three. I can kind of do Metal Mask Assassin.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
But I mean, we were discussing some of the bands that went on this year. I mean, I have no problem with the others, not even with Nina Simone, but Bon Jovi, really? what did they do? They sucked Bon Jovi's dick and Richie Sambora's dick too? Because, I mean, Bon Jovi, they're a great band. Not to me, but they're a great band. Commercially, they sold all over the world. They played everywhere else, but they didn't do nothing that was already being done by Poison, Rat, Cinderella, Motley Crue, and all those books.
Yeah.
I think Motley Crue is already there.
Hey, sorry guys. I have to go. I have to get up early in the morning, and it's getting late here.
Oh,
Yeah, we've gone on for 2 hours.
Yeah.
If you want to continue, have fun, but I sadly have to go now.
No, I think that's enough.
We have to go, I mean.
Yeah.
But we said that we were going to do 1 hour of this.
We always say that. We always say it.
We ran out of time again.
Yeah, but like I said, it has been fun. Next week, same time, same place. But
yeah. But
next Thursday.
When are we gonna do the first episode?
Next week I won't be here because I will be at Graspro. So I won't be there.
So when
a woken podcast, just the three of us. Just all delete.
Yeah, we're gonna do a whole episode.
And talking about WWE.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Hannah, but I'm sorry, Hannah, but like I said, we will do that. We will do that next week. The three of us.
We gotta get used to it. It's still. So when are we gonna do the first episode?
Let's not overdo it.
Because we're still doing the dry runs.
Yeah, I think this one. I think we could do maybe just the three of us tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
Next week.
Next week, and on the week after when Hannah returns from Graspop,
we'll do
probably the first episode.
Yeah.
If Hannah is okay.
Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds good to me. But I have to go.
Yeah, we have to go.
Nice evening or nice day.
Yeah.
Me too. So
yeah.
See ya
See ya, everyone.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
See ya.